let's take a trip to Pearl Harbor in Hawaii. Most of you know about the history of Pearl Harbor and what happened with the Japanese attacking that naval base. It happened around December 7th. Well, it happened on December 7, 1941. And this was to prevent the US from assisting the United Kingdom with the South Asia overseas territory. So the Japanese figure, okay, since the naval base in Hawaii is one of their main and closest one to Asia, they decided to wipe that one out. So as of right now, there's the remnants of the naval base, or the ship that was at that naval base, that we're allowed to visit, to see, and to pay our respects to those who lost their lives on that day, which is quite a lot. Some names are still and are not even fully listed, as well as the remnants of bodies or still wasn't recovered on that day. To get to the Pearl Harbor site, we have to take a boat or kind of a ferry from the main section over onto the site. When you get there, there's usually other people on the site, and it's very narrow, so you have to allow those people to get off and they come on the boat, and then we get onto there. It was a beautiful day that day. The sun was nice, it wasn't too windy, but it was so nice to see. And then the fishes were there. You were able to see the ships, the remainder of the ships, or wreckage of the ship, I should say. It's kind of hard to tell which part is the bow or the stern until you see the model. So if you can, go to the museum first and get an idea of, there's a model of the actual Pearl Harbor site, and you can get an idea of how you're positioned over the wreckage. It took me a minute to kind of figure it out. After I left the site and went back on the boat to the main section, I was able to go into the museum. I think there's at least 2 or 3 smaller museums, but there's this main one that shows additional wreckage that was pulled from the site. Pictures of the rescue team trying to get the survivors out from that day. There's missile projectile from the missiles that was used on that day. Their uniforms of both the US Naval company as well as the Japanese Naval company. So you'll see, a lot of history, a lot of information is there about what happened, how it started, along with additional information of the different wars that US was involved in. There was a map that showed the entire route that the Japanese took before they dropped the bomb at Pearl Harbor. So it's very interesting if you have small kids. There's another little section that is there where kids are, it's kind of simpler for them to understand as well. And also in the museum, there are audios that you could listen to get a better idea, or more information, I should say, on Pearl Harbor. There's one section that is very solace. It's the section where they have the list of all the names of those who died that day and those who survived. As you will see in the pictures, that the name that who passed was way longer than those who survived. So a lot of lives are lost that day. And again, it's kind of very solace because when people are in there, you can literally hear a pin drop. Like, everybody is quiet, everybody is like, you know, praying and giving their respect. So if you visit that site, please bear in mind that that particular section, that room, you have to be quiet, because a lot of people take that type of stuff seriously, as well as there could be family members who are there to pay respect to their family who might have passed during that time. So just be mindful of that. Overall, the trip was very awesome. Quick information, I'll try to put it in the link, that to get to Pearl Harbor, you have to reserve the ticket like maybe a day before, and it's just $1 that you have to submit. When you get there, you go to the reservation booth and you can pick up the ticket. Sometimes there's an additional fee, depends on the other things that you want to see. I think it runs maybe like $20, but it's like $1. I would suggest you go on the website itself and not buy the tickets through the third parties, because they're going to charge you a lot and they're really not offering anything. They're pretty much just giving you a ride to Pearl Harbor, and it doesn't include the ticket. So you still have to find a way to get your own ticket to get on there. So I hope this information was good. I hope you enjoyed the pictures and the video, and I'll see you next time on my next adventure.